because I was very authentic with myself. I used not to want to fake a lifestyle.
Yes.
I didn't want to sleep with men for money. To get a border, Makerere Kubidi. I'd never been to Makerere Kubidi. Reached that night around 8. We found them parking.
Yes.
There were like 10 men. Me, a minute, I thought they were going to kidnap me. Twagala Ntabe. At come with 250. The apparently it's a 2-seat. It's like this, but apparently it's a 2-seat. That when your bum sits here like this, another bum sits here. And I look back and I'm like, wow. I was at the front page of Daily Monitor.
Oh, Lord.
Orumudi. Bukede. Like a whole picture of this Muhima chick. And of course, everyone is reading this newspaper. So they call my mom and they're like, I mean, of course she's crying because the whole time she's crying because she thought she was my friend. Like, why didn't I tell her?
Yeah.
But I get her up to now. But I was scared because I knew she didn't believe in it.
Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us for these conversations on Crystal One-on-One. We are on location at the Sheraton Kampala Hotel, one of my favorite places to go to in the center of Kampala City. We're by the poolside. We're having a little bit of, peekaboo when it comes to the sun today. Maybe we'll have some rain later. My guest is actually staring at the sky right now, but that will be later after our interview. Now, I do have a young lady who I first came across when she was contesting for Miss Uganda. Since then, she has been busy. She has been very busy. And her love for fashion has led to so many other things. Yeah. Now, she is the founder of Santina UG. She is also the founder of Sash Events. And I saw something on her timeline, something about Beyond the Blueprint UG, which she'll tell us more about. I have Santina Ashemeza Akampa joining me on the show. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice to see you.
Do they call it I have made it to the Crystal interview?
It was always in the works.
It was always there.
You actually put this out to the universe.
Literally.
What, 6 years ago now?
Yeah,
would we
2019.
say? 2019.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
And now I think it needed me to work hard.
You had even forgotten about it,
yeah,
right?
I had, for real. But then when you recently followed my account, I'm like, is this a sign? I'm like, Crystal has followed my Instagram. Is this a sign? I need to prepare.
Just means I was paying attention. I've been watching for a minute.
Yeah, watching. Yeah, I know. It was so cool. But nice to be here, honestly.
Nice to see you.
I'm so humbled as well.
And nice to see what you're doing. My goodness, you just launched your first bridal collection at the end of last year, right?
Yeah, the end of last year.
And before that, you're doing couture.
Yeah.
So tell me, this love for fashion, were you that little girl who'd go and get everyone's clothes and...
No, surprisingly.
No?
Yeah. I wouldn't say I would like, you know how people say my mother used to give me a machine, my grandmother used to have a tailoring thing there. No. I was never that kid. I was never even there. You wouldn't even imagine, because I always thought I would be a politician, like my dad. I know.
Well, there's still time.
Right? No, I feel like I don't
days. Never say
I'm
never.
Still young. I know, anyway, I used to think I'll be definitely a politician. So fashion was never it's partly the reason I joined Miss Uganda.
Okay.
I just wanted a platform. Yes.
So you were thinking about politics.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking about, even the course I did at uni was definitely for politics.
Oh my goodness, what did you do at uni?
Public administration. Because I had read somewhere, the president did it in Tanzania. Yeah, so I knew if I took that path, I'm going to either do governance, politics, something in that line.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I knew either I'll be the first woman president of UG, probably 20 years to come. I just knew I needed to work hard to be there.
So who was encouraging this dream? Was it your dad?
My dad, absolutely. My dad, my dad. Because he's a politician in my village. So, yeah. But fashion was never the thing, honestly. Because I used to as where we come from, they underlook art.
Okay.
Yeah, so they don't
In many
value.
places
Yeah,
in
I think
Uganda.
everywhere actually. So it's never something I used to look at so much. Yeah,
Okay.
until probably like in high school where you start now stand out with your outfits. Your casket is better than the others. Your shoes. Those simple fits that come in with time. Then people start noticing that you actually have a good style, a good sense of fashion. Your hair is neat. Your makeup is there. It's not a lot, but it's the small things that make you stand out from the rest of the kids. Then
So
you do
would you would
pageantry.
say
Then
that you already had an eye?
yeah, I
You had
think
a
I had
good
an eye. My
eye?
mom is an artist.
Ah,
Yes,
I
my mom is an
see.
artist. She sings, she creates, she draws. She's a creative.
Uh-huh.
But those people of long ago. So
Yes.
it's recently when we discovered that I'm actually my mom's photocopy. She's a very confident, outgoing, creative in all sorts of things. So slowly by slowly, fashion started kicking in with time, and I didn't know it was fashion.
So
Surprisingly,
what
I
did
was
you
just
think?
I thought it was style. You're just being a cool kid. Yeah, that's it. Then until I think after Miss Uganda, they, of course, in that boot camp, they start asking you, what do you think you're good at? Da, 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 da. Then you start to be like, oh, actually, something I can actually think about. But how will I address it to my parents? That what, I want to be a fashion designer? Nah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
So
Yeah,
is
that's the
this
story
why you
for.
like were quietly working? Because I know
Yes,
you had started, but you
yes,
were like quiet.
yes,
You
yes.
even I think
Because I
you
used to
even
be so
launched
scared.
it
Yes, I
under
did.
the radar.
Yes, I did.
My
Yeah, I was
goodness.
so scared.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you
I
weren't
was
sure you'd
very
get the approval.
insecure. I think it was part of insecurity of I don't want to my people to know that I'm doing this because I've already disappointed them with going for Miss Uganda. For them, it was sort of a disappointment.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So at first, I was fighting. It was sort of a something I had to fight to for me to stand out and be like, oh yes, I'm a fashion designer. It
Okay.
took me time, like 2 years,
Okay.
to now verbally talk about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your dad is a politician. Where
Yeah.
is home then?
Home is Chakabunga. I think my Instagram people know. I say Chakabunga every minute because it's my village. It's my
Uh-huh.
sweet village. I come from a very humble family. Yeah, of 10. And my mom and dad stay in the village. It's in
Okay.
Chiruhuda, Kaguta Road still. People, in Google, it's there. Yeah.
Okay. And where was school for you then?
Primary, I went to Ronald Ruta. It was the Antonde school. Then it was the best school that time. I sound like a what? 1988? No, just yesterday. The one I'm saying then. Like,
Like
I'm like
20
8
years
years
ago.
old.
Uh-huh.
No, okay. I said from my primary as P1 to P7. I was at Ronald Ruta Primary School.
Yes.
Yeah, very good school. I did a first grade. I got 8 aggregates. Yeah.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah,
And then where did we go for secondary?
I applied so many schools, but then because you're from a village school, I don't know why, but they used not to either take us seriously. I don't know. But later, anyway, Seta High School took me
Okay.
on. Yeah, yeah. To
Were
Seta
you
High
there the
School.
whole time, the whole
No, no, I
6
was there
years?
for 4 years. Then, man, that was so much chiboko, yeah?
Hey,
Unnecessary chiboko.
but you enjoyed it for 4 years.
Yeah, I did enjoy it for 4 years. And then I went to London College of St. Lawrence. Yeah, then sadly, our papa died.
Okay.
Which will be rest in peace. Then my dad decided to change the school to St. Peter's Nalia. That's where I
Okay.
finished my senior 6 year.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said it was like in high school that you started to,
Yeah.
pick this and,
Yeah.
develop your own style.
Yes, yes.
When was the decision for Miss Uganda? Did you finish S6 and then decide?
Yeah, in senior 6, that was 2017.
Yeah.
We were in the village. I think I remember this story vividly well. We were in the village and we were watching Queen Benasho go for Miss World. No, she won for Miss Uganda.
Yes,
And
yes.
they had
she
told
won.
her that she was going for Miss World.
Yes, yes, yes.
And in that still vacation, I was in VAC and she won Miss World Africa.
Yes, yes.
I remember
think she
coming to
came
a-
5th in Miss World and she won
Yes!
Miss World
And she
Africa.
won Miss World Africa. And oh my God. And she was like the news that time.
Yes.
And I remember watching TV with her, with my mom. and we have a small TV at home, like so tiny. So my mom, I'm like, you see that small TV? No, zakundeva in my local language. I'm like, you're going to see me there. Like the moment you step there, I'm going to disown you, my dear.
That's what your mom said. She was joking, yeah?
No, she was not. So until
Hey.
she saw Queen go to the president's home.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, there's a time she went to Rastura.
Yes,
to
yes.
their home.
Mm-hmm.
And the newspapers were out. My dad was reading them. I kept telling my mom, I'm actually going for Miss Uganda. And she thought it was a joke because she kept on saying, Man kuno jeza, like if you dare.
Okay.
And I was so young, but I was like, but if Queen can do this, what's stopping me? I don't care if I don't even win Miss Uganda at the time. I have gone there. And I remember
So
saying
for
this
you, it was like, I just want to be part of Miss Uganda.
Yeah, no, I had done pageantry before, but like baby pageantry.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, like Miss Teen, Miss High School Kadanke.
But that was all in school.
That was all in school. Miss Seta, I was even Miss Seta at the time. So I kind of had got familiar with those good things. The whole feeling of miss something.
Yeah.
And Miss Uganda at the time, well, even now, it's still the biggest pageantry in the country.
Yes, it
so
is.
of course it felt like impossible because you're young. You come from a very strict background. You're Muhima, they don't do these things. And I tell my mom and she says, nah. Of course, she talks about it. Of course, it was, throwing all the tantrums in the world. And next year, 2019.
How can you do this to me?
In 2019, Madam Miss Brenda, I think they had opened their Instagram for, I think, me, I didn't have a phone. So that time I was using my sister's phone.
Okay.
We logged in. I logged in my Instagram 2018, 2019. They put posters for the next people, like for the next girls to contest.
Yeah.
Around May.
Yeah.
I think I'd just joined UCU. And I come here to Sheraton, pick the forms alone.
You did it all by yourself?
I didn't tell anyone.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I tell my big sister, I'm like, well, I'm going for Miss Uganda. He's like, are you crazy?
So it's something that never even occurred to anyone in the family?
No one, because we have a humor. We don't do showbiz.
Yes.
We don't do, we are not confident. We don't like to stand out. I feel like it's everyone, not even just us, but for us it's worse.
Yes.
Because we are like royalty, like we just love to be in our, I don't know how to say it. We are princesses. We like to.
So you don't put yourself out there.
Yes, we don't put ourselves out there in that kind.
Okay.
So my sister my big sister Sonia. I tell her, she's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah." Matter of fact, the forms are here. He's like, "Mano, are you kidding me? Do you know what you're going for?" I'm like, "Yeah." Have you told your parents? I'm like, "No."
Well, the good thing is you were at campus, right?
Yeah, I was at uni. I was in first year, first semester.
Whew.
I was so young. And then I told the family group, I take a picture of the forms. I'd filled them, put it in the family group.
Okay.
So we are a family of 10.
Oh, good on you. You didn't wait for it to be in the paper.
No, I did. That's not the whole story.
Hey. Okay.
Yeah. So everyone, of course, throws their own. I have 5 brothers, very tough brothers. We are the
you
girls.
the
second last.
Oh,
I have a
wow.
little
And
sister.
you were 10.
And we are 10. So the girls are the last ones. The boys were the big ones.
So 5 boys first,
Yeah.
then 5 girls.
The first born is a girl.
Okay.
Sonia. Then second born is a boy. Then girl. Then boys. Then us. The 3 of us down.
Okay.
Yeah. So everyone throws in their opinion. What? No. Hey, that's very good. Ah, okay. Everyone throws in.
There was some encouragement, though.
Yeah, there was some like 3. The majority was no. So, but then we said, you know where they say, you go with the majority? I went with the minority.
Okay.
And my big sister is like, Santina, are you really sure? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'm going to support you. I'm like, oh, okay. My brothers were like, Satan, not for them. They're going to embarrass us. What? Maybe one my
family,
brother.
we love them, but
Yeah, we love them so much. I hope they don't regret. So I apply, bring here. the auditions come, the girls will come. There's so many, of course, as usual. I
And it
look
was here
around.
at Sheraton.
It was here. And I look around and I'm the only Muhima, of course.
Which was expected.
Which
I
was
think.
expected, really. And I'm like, it's okay, Santina, you're still young. Whoever will pinpoint at you, they will think at their mind, I'm
Yeah, she
young.
was young.
Yeah, she was young. So I was using that as an excuse, really.
But you knew what you wanted.
But I knew at the back of my mind, I was just trying to pretend that I'm young, but I knew. And my sister is like, why don't you try next year when you have like proper convince them? What?
Give it like a
My others,
year.
yeah, give it a year, prepare, go for training, like do these things. Then
Your
next year we
sister's a
hit.
diplomat.
I'm like, that's a very good idea actually. But what if something? What if I don't make it next year?
You know?
What if I fall sick? It's the same thing yesterday when you told me come tomorrow at 10. I don't like postponing. Come 2 weeks. What if I fall sick?
Yeah. What if something happens?
Yeah. So fast forward, I told her no. And you know, surprisingly, after 2019, COVID hit in 2020, March.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And life was never the same until 2022.
Yeah.
You get, so up to now, I don't regret that decision. So auditions come, of course, auditions, what, then luckily I went to the top 22, I think that time.
Yeah.
So now it's time to tell my parents because now it's serious. It's, they might see me news or something.
Yeah. They'll put you in the papers.
Right? So unveiling night, I'm on stage. Surprisingly, all my siblings came to support.
Aww.
I saw them in the audience. I was like, that's nice. That's nice. So I think when they got to know there were so many girls and I probably was just among the top 22, they felt like, maybe she can do something. I don't know why they came and I've never asked them up to today.
No, they're supporting
They
you.
think they were supporting this little girl. So anyway, that night they came. It was a very beautiful night. So they tell me after today that my parents were watching news and Miss Uganda unveiling night is there.
Okay, yes.
That's what my mom told me. And she doesn't know. But then she recalls me telling her.
So you told them?
I didn't tell them.
Hey.
They found it on the news.
Wait. But in her mind, she thought you had told her.
No, she remembered last year.
Okay. Uh-huh.
They tell me that they're watching news and they see Santina on screen. Catwalking.
Yes.
And of course the shock, what
Oh
the
my
hell?
God.
I don't know what happens there, but these are stories I hear up to today.
Yeah.
So they call my siblings and my brother who apparently tells them, I'm going to call you back. Let the event first get done. We don't want to freak her out.
Yes.
So after I find them in the lobby here at Sheraton, they're all in a very funny mood.
Okay, your siblings.
Yeah, my siblings. My uncles, my aunties were all there. Like, were so many. And some of them are like happy as a down. I'm asking myself, okay, what's up?
The vibe is...
So of course I read through the lines. My parents have gotten to know. And it's really not good feedback.
And they're not happy.
Yeah, and they're not happy. As I expected it as though. So my sister puts me aside and is like, daddy, atera. Like my dad has called. But it's okay, we are going to talk to her. Don't worry. I'm like, there's COVID danger here. I go remove my earrings. What? Now it's time to face the court martial, which is honestly a court martial. My dad is in the army, so I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I don't know what I was expecting. My sister puts me aside after I remove my earrings, swipe off the makeup. Tomorrow they're telling us, pack your things, you have to come for boot camp. Yes. What am I going to do? So my brother is like, you know what? Don't talk to your dad today. I think let him first calm down.
Yes, give him some time.
Give him some time. Tomorrow, call him. The next day, I was at the front page of Daily Monitor.
Oh, Lord.
Or Moody. Booked, like a whole picture of this Muhima chick. And of course, everyone is reading this newspaper. So they call my mom and they're like, of course she's crying because the whole time she's crying because she thought she was my friend. Like, why didn't I tell her?
Yeah.
But I get her up to now. But I was scared because I knew she didn't believe in it. I hope one day she watches this interview because the husband is crawling at her. I thought these kids are close to you. Why did you allow this?
How can
kid?
you not know?
How
Why
can
didn't you
not
tell
know?
me?
Why
Yeah.
didn't you? It's like, I swear I didn't know. I swear this kid did not tell me anything. I also found out just like you.
But don't worry, they've already forgiven you.
Crystal, oh my
Parents.
God. I'm sure they have.
Yeah, a
These
long
days my
time
dad is so
ago.
proud. Honey.
Yeah.
That's what happens with all these parents. I'm just not rushing.
My dad told me never on radio. My daughter on radio.
How?
Way back in the
Way
day.
back.
Then years later, it's like, have you listened to my daughter? These parents of ours.
So in the morning, I'm going to try to fasten the story. In the
Yeah.
morning, I, of course, wake up. I'm going to buy clothes for boot camp and all that. My dad calls.
Okay.
Yeah, it's around 11. My dad calls, and of course, I first failed to pick up. They tell me these stories that most of my uncles had read the newspaper and they phoned me there. So they had called him, telling him, congratulations.
So everyone was calling.
Yeah, everyone was calling him that, congratulations, your daughter made it to the Miss Uganda competition. Which he didn't think first, like we didn't see it coming. You get. So these are the stories they told me anyway after the pageantry, that time.
Yes.
So he calls me. This time the voice is not what I expected. The lion, And he's like, calm down. I know you're expecting to be, I don't know, but I'm here. I'm going to support you. Okay, but I'm mad at you because you did not tell me. You have to apologize, and I'm going to support you. They've told me it's a very good cause. It's not as bad as I expected, and you should thank all your uncles. Matter of fact, go to their offices and thank them.
Oh.
Because if not them, I don't know what I was going to do to you. Yeah.
So even if he's saying I'll support you,
Yeah.
he's letting you know, young lady. Yeah?
Young lady. Yeah. So I went to Uncle Ben's office, Ben Kavoya. He was so happy. I'm like, oh, honey, that's cool. Because I was expecting Chiwako here. He's my godfather. I remember calling the late Uncle Eli Tumwine. He died.
Yes.
Sorry, Bambi. Yeah. And who else did I call? There were like 4 guys. I'm calling them guys. Sorry. Like there were 4 gentlemen.
Yes.
And my aunties. I went to all their offices. And I had to take a picture with them, send it to my dad. To show that I appreciate them from the bottom of my heart for supporting this cause.
You're a good girl.
But yeah, fast forward, we come for boot camp, Miss Uganda happens, we finished the contest really. It was such a nice, up to now, I don't regret it. It changed my whole entire being. Like cups turned upside down like this.
It changed the way you look at life.
Yeah.
Changed how you saw your opportunity.
Yes, because there's nowhere I didn't go and someone failed to give me an opportunity because I went for Miss Uganda. And when it came even to our where we came from, it became worse. Of course, at the time, not everyone is going to support you.
Yeah.
But the highest percentage did when they got to know the cause.
Yes.
Because at first it was indecency
Yes.
and selling to men.
They
and
think
all
that, you're just going to walk around in a swimming costume and shame everybody until they learn more about
Yes,
it.
and so when they got to know about it, the votings and what, people went crazy with the voting. And I was impressed because then you'd hear other WhatsApp groups abusing. It's like a whole process. I come from a Bahinda clan. It's a royal clan.
Yes.
They're the royals in Ankole.
Yes.
So there are those WhatsApp groups who are like, how dare you embarrass a royal family?
Oh.
Yes.
So you had to deal with that.
Then I had to deal with that. So my dad told me, get off WhatsApp because not everyone is going to support you. And of course, I'm getting the bullets. Let me absorb the bullets.
Yeah.
You're still young for that.
Yeah.
The good thing, I'm behind you. And it's so in boot camp.
How was mommy though at this point?
Mommy, the reason I've left her out is because for her it was an emotional part of it.
Okay.
You get. So I talked to her like later in the night. We cried, laughed. Yeah,
Okay.
enjoyed the journey. I used not to talk to her a lot because for her it was more of an emotional part.
Yes, yes.
I used to talk to Daddy a lot more. She
Okay.
used to fear to talk to me apparently because she didn't want to scare me.
Yes. We'll say the wrong
You know, the
thing.
wrong thing that would take me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was behind me, and up to today, I thank God for her really. But I was talking to my dad every day. My dad was the one
Yes.
who is always used to call me every day in boot camp. Yeah, and my
So
siblings.
he was the one more or less
Yeah,
protecting
the
you.
more protective because you used to hear what the world was saying in Chiruhura. There are those who are supporting them. There are those old men who are like, "What the hell?" Yes. So slowly until the
So you
contest
would
got
say, like,
done.
in a way, that you're the first, at least.
Yeah, I think I am.
Yes.
I've heard there's someone from my side in 2004, but I'm not so sure who it was.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I think I'm the first. I need to write a book about it one day.
It was a bit of a battle. Were there moments
Yeah,
where
it
you're like,
was.
this is not worth it?
Emotionally, yes.
Did you think about
Absolutely,
giving
yes.
up?
No, now it's worth it. Then it was still worth it, but it was you're emotionally fighting for yourself
Yeah.
because you're young. And the reason I keep saying young because the thought of the fact that I was 19 and I didn't break down, I still like I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a platform. I mean, a lot of the young ladies who've gone through Miss Uganda have gotten a platform, and it's what you do with it.
What
you know?
use it for. It's what I
Yes.
usually tell the girls that come for the contest. Let it not stop about posting pictures, how you look good, which restaurant you're in. Actually use it. And I wanted to be an example to it.
Yes.
And I made sure every person I met, I utilized that person. That's why I texted you that time. Because we had just finished contest.
Yes.
Yeah, and I remember boldly texting him, like, I'm going to be on that interview. Because me in my head, there was nothing that was going to stop me from achieving whatever I wanted at that time.
Yeah.
And up to now. Yeah.
Would you look at that?
Yeah. Until I looked at the message last night and I'm like,
She
I
sent me a
said that?
message on Instagram,
that was so bold.
and
of
she
you.
was more or less predicting this interview. Yeah.
Because I used to watch your interviews a lot, and the people that were there were so inspiring. Like the stories, they're like, wow, you could be like, it's just a matter of time, and you need to work hard and become a better person. Like I saw Malaika, I saw so many. I can't even finish them. I used to watch your interviews all the time, and Bambi, you hear people's stories, and then you're like, that's a matter of time. You need to work hard. The hiccups will be there, the humps will be there, but
That is life.
yeah,
That is life.
yeah.
So, Miss Uganda, you powered through despite the pushback.
That push, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Because I can imagine being 19, even though sometimes you're like, I'm going to do this, there are moments where you're like,
Of course.
why am I doing
Of
this?
course, absolutely. I would go to my room and cry. Then after I come back and in Miss Uganda, I was very quiet
Yes.
because I was very insecure.
Oh,
Very, very insecure.
okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because at the back of my mind, I know I'm Shay. Like we call them Shay, Bahima.
So you felt that
Like
was
I
your...
was out of place.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to feel like these guys are more. In my head, my dad had put, okay, not my dad, everyone had put it a political way. Like, you're Muhima, you're definitely going to win.
Oh, no one will...
You get like it's so political because we're already in power, we are already out there. So there's no way you're going to come in pageantry and still win.
Okay.
You get that's okay. That was the mentality then.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So throughout the boot camp, and I don't think my man knows this. So throughout the contest, the boot camp time, I was very quiet.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, these girls can't recognize this person. I was
Really?
very, very like.
So you keep to yourself?
Yeah, I would just keep. You could tell a kid who is just not very sure of themselves.
Yeah.
I would, of course, when it's time for class, you speak up. You don't want to also sleep. You just try to stand out.
Yeah.
But most of the times, I'd always because I used to feel like all these kids are very privileged than I was. I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about any material things. I'm talking about where we are at. They have more chances to win than I am.
So you felt the odds were against you.
Yes,
So
absolutely. But
you
that
were
was
there
me
for the
fighting with my-
experience?
Yeah.
So in your mind, you're like, I'm not going to
I'm
win.
looking at the experience and the platform.
Okay.
Yeah, two things. I may not win. I am going to take this platform and I have to use it to my advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said it's during boot camp, the first time you started thinking about fashion.
Yeah.
That it started when they were asking you what you're passionate
Yeah,
about.
no. They would ask our friends what they know of us.
Okay.
Like let me say you have 5 friends in bootcamp and they ask, what do you think Santina is good at? Would also give us a task at home. When we go back at home one time, we can always ask the people around us, what do you think Crystal is good at?
Okay.
Yeah, she's good at public speaking. She's very vibrant. She's very eloquent, like Ebi into Ebi. So when they tell you that, it kind of builds up a character that you didn't know about yourself. So it's something I still do up to today.
Okay.
Yeah. So when they would ask my friends, like a style is there, it's not yet there so much. Yeah. So and I used to watch a lot of reality shows in like like teenagers, keeping up with the Kardashians, the red carpets, all those things. And I used to find myself obsessed, but I didn't know why. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So you were fascinated.
I was fascinated I would literally look forward to every red carpet event. Who dressed who is dressing who attended today, this year who didn't attend, all these things.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I didn't know why, but now it makes sense.
And you said you didn't have any like tailoring background at
No,
that point?
no, not at all.
Nothing.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
But you see, with art, you can choose to do whatever you want to do with it. Like my young sister loves hair.
Yeah.
She loves to plait hair. So it's with art, you just play around with so many things until you just pick one and
Okay.
yeah. So my mom is an actual artist, proper artist. But I didn't know that I would pick one thing out of the many talents she had, which was
Wow.
fashion and design. So with this whole obsession with TV and red carpet events and outfits and all the new collections from Bahu, I can tell 1,000 designers today. It's later after Miss Uganda and now after uni, I go to class in heels, I have to wear a blazer, and all the rest of the students are just so,
They're in jeans and t-shirts.
I'm like, how do you show up in class like this? You know? And then, you see, your compound is so huge, so I would be in heels suffering. Now when I look back, I'm like, oh my God, everything makes so much sense.
Now.
You get like, but you don't know it is fashion and design. You just
Okay.
think you are liking certain things. Then until, of course, after uni, we look for jobs we don't get. Then I had tried to intern at NTV at the time.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if I don't be a politician, I'll be a news anchor.
Okay.
Like, Sheila is my cousin. So I used to
Ah.
like look up to her, like, if it's not 100%, like 1,000%. I used to be like, if she gets off TV, I'm next. It's going to be like a generational thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But then, of course, with time, my Sheila, Canary, that is 2020, COVID definitely, 2021, Canary, Raymond, all these guys on TV
Yeah.
told me, they're like, Santina, the thing with TV, you're going to definitely get the opportunity because you're very confident.
Yes.
But are you sure with the repercussions of it? Lack of privacy.
Yeah.
Are you really, really sure? And the fact that I'd done with Miss Uganda at the time, I was in the transition of Miss Uganda to now a proper school, like attending, because I was now going at uni, year 1, year 2, year 3.
Yeah.
And I tested 0.5% of fame at school.
And
And it wasn't nice.
it wasn't nice. You didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it. Where you pass everyone, people are turning. Where you go, the border guy is turning. Ah, I'm like. So when I sat down with these guys, not of course at once, like I would go over there for mentorship all the time because I want to join TV, I want to do news anchoring, I want to do even like a real communication course because I did PR in 3rd year. I'm like, I think I need to change my mind from this
At least
because they used to tell
You
me
had
like,
time to really think it through.
Yes.
Because I think some people jump in, then they get there and they're like, what is this?
What the hell is this?
Why am I here?
Exactly. So when they told me about that, I was like, I thought through. And they actually gave me time. They're like, you're going to make this decision, but I hope you're very ready of what it comes. It comes with so many opportunities, very good opportunities.
Yes.
But then your siblings, your parents, your spouse, everyone around you is not safe. And indeed, I thought about it.
And said, no.
And I changed career immediately.
So you started and then you said, no, not for me.
I'm like, not for me. I can feed on the Miss Uganda cup
Okay.
forever, it's okay. But I can't feed on TV. Like that fame that comes with it. This little fame, this little baby of it, I can feed on that.
Okay. Because even as a designer, there is definitely exposure as well.
Yeah, there is exposure, but not everyone knows you.
Yeah, true.
You see, like,
and you
see,
feel like your designs are out there speaking for you.
for me, but not for me. But you see, with TV, you see that guy that is literally in the pool knows you.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So I used to think about all that, and I'm like, no. Let the people who are supposed to know me.
Yeah.
Those who are not,
But whatever
it is
privacy
okay.
you can hold on
Yeah,
to.
exactly. Whatever privacy I can hold on to, I can hold on to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's when I changed to fashion and design.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, starting in fashion and design, I saw an article you did, and you were giving flowers to all the fashion designers that you
Yes.
have watched, like
Yes.
Sham Tyra,
Yes.
like Anita Beryl, all these guys who have kind of paved the way.
Yeah.
And I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I just look at the evolution of fashion and
Yes,
design.
absolutely.
What we have now, even
Yeah.
just the red carpet events, but
Yeah.
how people show up, whether it's weddings, whether it's parties. I'm like, people have always said that Ugandans, like as Ugandan, I'll say women, but men, yeah, you do your job too, but that we always show up.
Yeah.
When
yeah.
you travel to other countries, maybe not so much. So, yeah. Did you design any of your outfits for Miss Uganda?
No.
So all the shopping you did, you said you were like doing your own shopping.
I was just doing shopping. I didn't know anything.
So how
that
did
time.
you get into the actual design?
Then
work?
the actual design.
Yeah, the actual design work.
When I was working in 2022, somewhere in Bombo, I was working with, but then, okay, I don't want to talk about it. But like, then, then I came and they gave me another job here in Lugogo. I wasn't even like getting so much money out of it. And then I remembered I used to do modeling for other companies, like Fashion Episode. My other friends that used to own shops with clothes, boutiques, that time.
Okay.
Yeah, that whole time. That's why I used to get some money. Then I'm like, you know.
So you were modeling, were you also a bit of an usher as well?
Yeah, the ushering company?
You know, I'm saying, were you an usher as well? Because I remember a lot of my friends at university, to make a bit of money,
Yeah, you had to.
They would usher at events.
No, now I ushered at one event and I realized the whole crowd knew me. Because of Miss Uganda.
Yes.
That was 2021. And I'm like, okay, it's time to start my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I did proper auditions. Makere there at Nana Hostel. The kids came, bought dresses downtown, 25K each, bought different dresses at the time. I didn't know what I was doing, honestly. But up to now, I'm like, I think I was born to be an entrepreneur, really.
Yeah. So you did one event, you're like, aha, there's something here.
There is something here.
Okay.
Yeah, then I told my friend who had employed me that day, I told him, I need you to tell me about this business and it works.
Okay.
She told me how much money you're supposed to get off each gig and all that, how you advertise yourself. Okay. But then I remembered in Miss Uganda, you do auditions.
Yes, yes.
So I used that to audition for the girls.
For the girls that you
That I
worked
got.
with. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
5 feet, all those things we used to do in Miss Uganda. I did
Yes.
all of them here, and the girls showed up. We got the perfect sizes. I went to Ham. At that time, I'd never been to town. I remember. Yeah.
What do you
Like
mean?
we used to have curfew. So you'd never go downtown.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So I escaped home and bought different dresses, like 10 dresses, but differently. And we went for a photo shoot. I called my friend Daville. We did a photo shoot at my friend's hotel. Put it out there like a proper CEO, like I knew what I was doing. Yeah.
Well,
then
you
called the
kinda
name
did.
Sash Events. Sash is meaning Sasha.
Yes.
Sash Events. And yeah, got the tags. Got my friend who did for me at NASA the tags. Proper professional. Like I knew what I was doing and I didn't know what I was doing. I was just figuring it out there. And I got gigs from those photo shoots. Everyone, the moment they saw the pictures
Yes.
in their heads,
And they were professionally
and they were
done.
professionally done. They knew they had arrived to the best ushering agency because that's how I'd literally advertised myself.
So when was this? This was
2021
2021.
in October, yeah.
When you started Sash Events.
Yeah, Sash Events, yeah.
Okay. All right.
But then I was still modeling for different guys, so I used to get money out of it.
Yeah.
And I realized I would give them so many clients. Yes.
Yes.
So every time I would go for a wedding, my friend would dress me, not for free, of course, pay,
Yeah.
but then everyone would ask me, oh my God, who did your dress?
Oh.
And then I remember it's me drawing it on paper.
Okay.
Not even the designer herself.
Okay. So you'd give her your design and say, can you make this for me?
Yeah, can you make this for me? And then she would charge me crazy money. I didn't mind at the time.
Yes.
Because I want a nice dress. And then everyone would ask Santina, who did that dress? That looks like a red carpet dress. And yet you're going for a wedding. I'm like, no. I told my boyfriend then, who's my husband, I was like, I'm starting this business. I don't care what my parents have to say. I now disappoint them. I'm starting this business.
There's still that to consider.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Everything I had to put at the back of my mind because me and my father are very close. Even my mom, but my dad, we're very, very close.
So I like her. Now
So
she
I
went
had
for
to-
Miss Uganda.
And
She wants to be a fashion designer.
Of course, when you're addressing it to him, you don't say fashion designer. You say, I don't know what word I used, but I remember telling him I make clothes. He's like, Wawomba is she? Are you a tailor? Like I wasted all this money for you to be a tailor on the machine.
Oh, man.
That's a whole story, my God. Anyway, so I did such events. Then in 2022, after getting tired of that office job, I quit. Mid-month, April, went to my stylist. There's a guy who used to style me for events.
Yes.
Stylist Sean, and told him, Sean, njagala kutandika kutunda engoye. Because at that time I thought, I didn't differentiate between tailoring a dress and selling an already made outfit.
Okay.
So I didn't know those were two different businesses.
Yes.
At that time, I didn't know. So I tell him, I'm like 21, 22.
Yeah.
She's like, boss wange, nonga tugenda wasobola. Do you know where we are? William Street.
And you were busy telling him,
Yeah,
this is what
he's
you
like,
want to
this
do.
what is like, Nedab. In his head, he thinks I'm a rich boss lady. He doesn't even know my age because I buy him those 15, 25K dresses for birthday dresses.
Yes.
In his head, she thought I'm a big deal. And yet, we do not have money at home. My brothers are literally also there struggling with their jobs. My dad doesn't have money. My mom, same. I'm like, so I'm going to wait here till the fine job drops here? And no, I'm done.
I'm going to make my own.
Yeah. So I had saved up some little money from such events. And we buy dresses from Turkey. I tell him. But the dresses we had bought, they're all short. They don't make sense. My audience on WhatsApp is very different.
So how did you pick the dresses? Okay, now I'm
I
confused.
was copying him. Because he used to dress, sorry to say, slay queens. In what they call slay queens now.
Yes,
Girls
yes,
who
yes.
like, I think I'm part of them.
really
okay.
sexy.
Like sexy. Because by him I call me slay queen. But like, I feel like they misuse that word. So those were sexy dresses.
Yes.
The one, there's like a hole here, the one, the back show.
Yes,
Those were
yes,
funny, creepy dresses.
So those are the dresses.
The other ones I ordered from
dear.
Turkey. Honey, as my first app, as if collection. Oh dear. And I can't even post them on WhatsApp because they're so indecent. They're so indecent. So, man, that was the first proper loss, of course.
First blunder.
Yeah, first blunder, 100%. I still remember it today and I'm like, wow. And when I bring them, I see them, removing them from the casaque. I did like this.
You're like, what is this?
No.
Could you yourself wear them?
No. My friend Sean is telling me, don't worry. Don't worry. Bagenda bugula. Oh my God. You know how many they were? Like 16. They're not many.
Oh my
They're like
goodness.
4 times 4. Different ones. They're not many.
And
We
you
think
can't
it's like
do
a
any?
whole band. No, they're 16.
But it's your money,
I
your
know,
hard-earned money.
My hard-earned money. So I told him, get me a shop. I tell him, get me a shop. And I remember telling the friend Tamara, where we also used to buy wood dresses, it's like, Santina, in their heads, they used to think, Instagram, what? Many followers, so you have money. No. Broke like hell. So Oh, these stories are many, Krista. Are you sure you have time?
We're here.
Are you sure? Anyway, I told Tamara and Sean, I'm like, mgenda come page forward. They think I'm joking because it's Grand Corner, level 8. Like it's at the end of the world, downtown. I'm like, I'm serious. So I have my 750. They tell me 3 months. It's 250. You pay 3 or 2 months, whatever you have.
Yes.
No, it's 150, sorry.
150.
Yeah. So in that shop, we have 5.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Everyone has a spot.
A little space.
And each is 100. Anyway, me, I used to pay 150. I don't know how the rest of the people.
Yes, yes, yes.
But I don't have what to put in my space. But in my Delulu mind, I have a shop.
And you've put your money into it.
Yes. Before I bought those clothes, I had to get that space where every day from home I have to come
Yes.
and sit. But I don't have what to put there.
Huh.
Have you understood? So I had
Yes.
to wait for another gig to get that company to buy those dresses I've told you. So this is a makeup artist next to me. There's someone who is selling jeans. There's someone who is selling, I don't know, but we are many.
Yes. In this space together.
In this whatever space it is. But then we don't, I remember, none of my siblings know. My dad doesn't know. No one knows anything. Not
But they
even
know
my
you
boyfriend.
quit.
No, they know I wake up and go to Lugogo's SC.
Oh.
Yes, they don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I intentionally hid it because I wasn't sure what I was doing the other side. So I needed to be clear on what I was doing that side. Have you
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
So I didn't tell my boyfriend. Yeah. So every day I would wake up with a different outfit. Looking, you see how dressed I am going to
Yes.
office?
Looking
When I
at-
reached that side, I changed. Apparently, you had to wear like them to fit in them.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I would carry 2 outfits. So, but remember, I don't have a lot of money for transport. So you had to get like, you know, those buses that were, the buses, they're called Kayola buses. When the taxi leaves you at 7, you have to get a Kayola bus.
Okay.
So it used to come at my doorstep, like at home in Mutongo. It
Jump
drives
on
you
that.
straight to William Street.
Okay.
That's like 2K or 3K.
Okay.
So not a lot of money. Same thing at night. You have to walk up to Mapera building on that street
And then
wait
get
for
one.
the Kayola bus because it's 2K and it's cheaper. With
Yes.
taxi,
That's
it's
why
more
you have a lot of
expensive.
people waiting for them.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So, and you remember, I don't have lunch. So you have to get, if you have sold that car dress that day, the dresses I brought, you have to say like a 25, your car profit is like 5K or 6K. That 5K has to cater for lunch and your transport.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you have to save either for a good lunch that day or use it for lunch and find a way how to go at home. And you may be asking, why am I doing this? I just genuinely didn't want to tell my siblings again the mess I had gone through because I'd already put them in a previous mess. You understand?
So you were determined to make it work.
I was very determined to make it work, make all those ends meet without their assistance because I had already, how should I say, disorganized them 2 years back. And they don't understand this. What the hell is fashion and design? And at that time, I'm not calling myself a fashion designer. No, I want to sell clothes, make the business work because such events had already made some money. So I was like, if I started
So in
this
your mind, you
business,
also thought it would be easy.
it would make sense. No, honey, it was not. Because when I brought those dresses, they didn't make sense. So I bought it from my other friends now to increase the price to 45.
Okay.
And remember, your clientele I don't think can afford 45 all the time.
So
You
even
understand?
yes,
So even
yes.
that. So those 2 months were crazy. So one day my boyfriend gives me a lift. And we drive to town. And he's like, I thought you work in Lugogo. I'm like, yeah, but I want to pick something in town. But it's so early. It's at 8. Buildings are closed. So he's like, something is not right.
What aren't you
You
telling
don't
me?
you don't even look happy. What's up? What aren't you telling me? Tell him, I have a shop here. In his big car. It's at William Street. There are 1,000 borders waiting for him. Chris, I need to write a book. Not even Krista Newman would help me.
So he's like, what?
He's like, what? Are you kidding me? I'm like, no. Do you mind me going? I'm like, don't. Because you will get lost. The shop is not a shop. We are 10. You look for my side, there's nothing.
Uh-huh.
In my head, I told her, no, next time. Because I wanted first pile up like a ladder. Because
Yes.
my ladder was empty. So my sisters up now diss me that every time they would say, we're going to Santina's shop. Then they reach the shop, they're like, who is the shop? Up to now, my little sister asked me, I used to tell my friends, I'm going to see Santina's shop. That's Santina on Instagram. They're going to see Santina's shop.
And then they get there and they're like,
they're like, okay. But I'm seeing a makeup artist, a hairstylist here. Wherever my thing is, there's nothing. What are you doing here? Man. So I would post like a picture online
Yes.
on my WhatsApp and
Yes.
Instagram. Like a random picture of a nice dress. So when someone likes it, I go to Ham shopping center.
right.
Buy it cheaply, sell it with a profit of like 20K.
Oh.
Yes.
Well
So-
done, you.
Yeah. So that's how you would get like accumulate some money. Like in a week, you've earned like 80K.
How long did you do that for?
For like April, May, June, July, 4 months. Yeah, 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did we get from there?
That to this.
Yes.
So my friends, my Instagram friends, used to find me downtown often.
Okay.
And they would not believe. Because the picture they have in their heads is this very nice, well-established chick on IG. Which was a lie. Because I was very authentic with myself. I used not to want to fake a lifestyle.
Yes.
I didn't want to sleep with men for money. I was coming from a very strict background where you mess up, your picture is on social media
Yes.
as expected.
Yes.
So I did what it took me to make it. At that time, it wasn't making it as long as you end the day with a profit of 5K at least.
Yeah. You were
have
happy.
made it.
You've
I was
done something.
very happy.
Yes.
But every day I would go home. I don't think my brothers know this. And they think I'm working in Lugogo. And I'm not. Yeah, so
Wow.
until my friends, Oscar, Hashak, most of my friends, they're like, Santa, what are you doing here? Santa, what are you doing here? I'm like, guys, I'm working. Anyway, fast forward, these guys convinced me, they're like, Santina, jango tungengoye. Not even innocent. Like, but I don't know how to tailor clothes. No, but you have created very nice outfits for yourself. So you can actually do this.
And this is do it by hand yourself.
Yeah, do it by hand or even get you a tailor.
Yes, because I think
Do
a lot
that.
of people start, they get a tailor.
I didn't know. They're like, we can even get you a tailor.
Oh.
I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yes. We don't want to see this side again. Please, I don't think you know that you're a brand. I'm like, me. Brand.
You were just hustling
I was literally
and
in my
determined to
era.
hustle on your own without
Yes, on my
anyone's
own,
help.
with no one's help. So fast forward, they get me a tailor who definitely stressed the hell out of me. I
Yep.
got two graduates. I remember them very well. Messed their outfits up, but they took them and they didn't see the mess.
They were happy.
They were so happy. For them, they were happy that I had dressed them.
Right.
They didn't know the struggle I was going through. I remember asking them for money and I felt like I had cheated them. That 300K, I felt like I had cheated them. It was my first time to earn more than 100,000 off an outfit.
And you felt they were not good enough.
And they felt like they're not good enough at the time. Anyway, they told me to close my makeup place. I had even left when the rent was still pending. They bring me here to Loom Street. Apparently that's up end town. Oh, but it's still the same. Like, you guys are liars. This is still a busy street.
Well, maybe you weren't on the eighth floor. Where were
Yeah.
you before?
I was on the 8th floor, William Street. So now I came to William Street.
Okay.
So, but I got lost. I would get lost. I remember telling the border guy at Boulevard to take me to William Street and he charged me 5K. But I remember doing like this and packed. He asked me for 5K and I'm like, Sizina nobody did it. I called the guy who had called me. Hashaka. It's a slower border. He's like, how much 5K? It's like, what? Why did he charge you that money?
You looked it.
I really did look nice.
look-
Yeah, I did.
The brand that you were denying, that you were running away from.
Life. I got a small shop. I co-rented with they get me a shop. Those things where there's space for rent. The building is called California Plaza.
Yes.
So the chick I was quarantining with did baby hair, baby things like baby clothes, shoes, what. Then on the side there was an empty space. How much is it? They're like 350,000. I could afford it. I didn't have it, but I could afford it.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So now it's time to tell my brother. Tell my brothers, I'm like, guys, I'm going to study. I'm going to do this thing. And these guys had given me weird confidence. They were like, tell them fashion and design. I'm like,
This is your friends?
yeah, these are my friends. They are
Okay.
boys only. They do suits. They're like, tell them fashion and design. I'm like, no one will believe me.
So you tell your brothers fashion and design.
Yeah. It's like, so you're going to be making suits like these boys who make me suits? I'm like, exactly those boys that are your friends, but I'm going to do dresses. You don't know how to tailor. I'm like, yeah, I don't. So what are you planning to do? I'm like, they already got me a tailor.
Okay.
And the space. So how much money? I remember I had like 500K on my account. And they said, how much money you want? I'm like, I need like more 500K. I don't mind.
Yes.
So he gives me the money. Then I got like a place. They told me what to buy. You can't paint because when you paint, you're leaving the place. So they told me to buy a sticker on the wall stickers that in case even if you're leaving, you can always plug it off or just leave it there. It doesn't cost you a lot.
Yes.
So we go to Nakasero, down there, buy stickers, me and my friend. Then they told me a cheap chair, couch, you have to buy it. My friend advised me you have to go to Makere, Kubidi. But at night, because it's cheaper,
Okay.
they are packing things.
So they're willing to let things go easily. These are tips, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, I forget I'm even on interview for a minute.
These are nice, juicy tips. Thank you.
So my friend tells me, if you want to buy a couch, now I have my old men. They sell them at Makere Kubidi to Gende. We wait at 6. We have done putting on the stickers properly on our side of the shop.
Yes.
I don't have the carpenter's number. I asked the neighbors, who did your carpentry? They give me the number. The guy gives me a whole bill of 800. I'm like, Jesus Christ. How am I going to get this money? I have like a chameleon. 1.2 there on my account. Oh my God. I'm like, Tofa, I will give you the money. I have 400K today. But give me time. It's like, but siku money. Like, that guy is like, I actually don't know you. But I'm not going to trust you. I'm like, my shop is there. Don't worry.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. Luckily, this guy allows. So we get a border. Makere Kubidi. I'd never been to Makere Kubidi. Reached that night around 8. We found them parking.
Yes.
There were like 10 men. Me, a minute, I thought they were going to kidnap me. Twagala Ntabe. At come with 250. The apparently it's a 2-seat. It's like this, but apparently it's a 2-seat. That when your bum sits here like this, another bum sits here. And I look back and I'm like, wow. My friend Liam is telling me, Santina, this is the chair I was telling you. It's a 2-seat. I have it in my hostel. Like, you guys. I'm like, anyway, it can fit in my car place. It's like this tiny. Perfect.
So it will work.
No, we bargain. He gives us 220. We're like, we had saved proper 30K. Sat on our border. The chair was behind me. I was seated. Liam was on another border.
Yes.
Drive. We find the building closed. What are we going to say? Of course, I had to pay the border guys to lift it for me. Inside the building. The next day I came, there was a chair, a sticker, now carpentry. I told the guy, he was convinced enough. I gave him 400K proper. He did for me with sideboards. I'm like, I think I have started. I don't have a logo. I don't have a brand name. Those are apparently important things. You know the pressure I was on with these boys. Every day they would check on me, how far?
Oh my God.
How far? I'm like, you guys, give me time.
Well, they were pushing you.
Yeah, of course they were.
If they didn't push you though, eh?
Man. So fast forward, they tell me get a name. I get a name. I call my friend. He's very good with branding. He's called Wawir. He's like, I'm looking for my fashion name. I don't know what it is. He's like, you come to my office. I went to his office. Went on his laptop. Searched Italian names, fashion names. We looked Beleza Moda. It sounded very long, but we're like, it's okay. But how are we going to cope up with it?
Yes.
We're like, you know what, Santina, you're starting. It's okay. Let's just go.
Okay.
So my sister used to have a tailor who used to tailor her clothes very cheaply. I told her, get me your tailor. I want to use her for my clothes.
Okay.
So we used to give her clothes so many times. I used to use fashion designers, but my sister used to use that tailor. She
Yes,
was a
yes,
very good
yes.
tailor.
Mm-hmm.
I tell her, I want to do a photo shoot. I want to give you like 10 clothes. I don't have money though. So what are we going to do about it?
Uh-huh.
So you don't even have money for buying fabric? I'm like, yes, I don't. It's like, okay. I give her 200K. And she tells me, you will pay me with time.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, perfect. We tailor dresses. I tell my friends who are very beautiful, I'm calling you for a photo shoot. In their heads, for them, they were happy. I don't know why internet really lies to people. They didn't even charge me.
They were just happy to
They
be
were just
part of
happy to
it.
be maybe helping me with the photo
Yeah, they're
shoot.
your friends.
I call my auntie. I remember she has a very beautiful home. I tell Auntie Winnie, I'm coming there for photo shoot. He's like, it's okay, Santina. Me, I'll be happy even. I'm like, okay, perfect. It's working out. Davil asked me for money. I remember I'm like, Davil ngenda kusasura. Just kuba bifaananyi tujja kwegwako. It's okay. I went to Mona. Mona gives me a very nice discount. I'm like, I'll pay you as well. I went to Badja Sam.
So this is on faith now.
This is now on faith.
You're
Everyone,
like, I will sort everybody.
but just do the service.
Uh-huh.
We will sort ourselves
Yes.
with time.
Yes.
We do the doing things. Makeup, hair. You may think they're working on stars. Hair, makeup with the best people. Meanwhile,
You know, listening to you now, it makes so much sense. I think you did an interview. You see, I was following.
you had to do.
And you said you've dressed like, of course, a lot of the big brands that we have, like Lucy, like
Yes.
Nadia. But you're like, just because you've dressed them, you can dress anybody.
Yes.
You were very clear about that. Yes,
Yes.
I've worked with these people who are established. And like you said, you know,
Yeah.
in terms of social media, woo, they're out there.
Yeah.
But you're like, but I work with everybody.
Yeah.
Now listening to this story, I understand why you insisted. You're like, no, but my work is for everyone.
Yes, yes, absolutely. But because I had created a friend, Faith was my friend. I went to Sean. He didn't know me. He knew me, but not much. I had done fake hair there. You know, when you're trying to build a foundation, that's what I used to do with Sean. And you wonder I'll come for a favor, but you don't know. So I used to go there with little or no money, and he holds my puff the way it is like here. He didn't know that I would come a year later or two for a favor, for a photo shoot. For them, they used to think I'm like a big deal, but in my head, I knew I'm not.
This is your network, though.
Yeah, I was literally
You were
building people.
building your network.
Yes, I was. I absolutely.
And your goodwill.
And faking it. It's proper faking it. I didn't mind who you are. You had to know me because I knew one day I will utilize this friendship.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. You
This
had
is so
to.
beautiful.
Every person I met at Mona's, a celebrity, I would be like, hi, my name is Santina. I don't care whether you've heard me or not.
Yes.
But tomorrow I know, the next minute I introduce myself to you, you will know me. And I will, if you are to charge me highly, you will not.
So when you launched your first bridal collection,
Bridal is nice. It's now Crystal. We go to California, leave California, go to Boulevard.
yes,
Now we get a bigger space. We're not quarantining.
okay, Kampala Boulevard.
At Kampala Boulevard.
Yes,
Then
yes.
the basement. Now we are paying 1.5.
Uh-huh.
I've paid the rent. What if they charge the person highly?
You didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that?
No.
So the rent is now more. We got interior. I did my interior. We do a lot of very good things. I launched it on the 30th November 2023 after getting married.
Yes, yes.
On my wedding, I was using it for marketing.
Okay.
When I wedded in 2023, I strictly used it for marketing.
Okay.
So for me, when I did my second wedding gown, the bridesmaids, everything, the decor, everything, I was planting a seed for my business.
Yes, yes.
So in 2022, my husband told me to quit and focus on my wedding for 2023. So I wasn't working
Okay.
until like June, then my wedding in September. Then after, he's like, now you can launch. So of course, I'd gotten money from my functions. I had some little money.
Yes.
I didn't waste it on decor, honestly. for any person who is there, Bambi, don't waste money in Diko. You can
Man,
build a
people
business.
waste like
Yeah.
millions, like what,
Millions.
40 million
No,
on,
sweetheart.
like,
My Diko
wow.
was not that expensive. My traditional wedding Diko. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I saved all the money, started my business, bought machines,
Mm.
went downtown, bought 3 machines, sorry, got 2 tailors, got a PR chick who does the fabric, who buys fabric for me sometimes. Got the chick who sits at the counter. Hey, my dear, the business started.
So what would you say, Santina, is the thing that has kept you on the path, kept you going?
I was fighting for myself
Okay.
entirely because I felt like I didn't want to disappoint anyone that had supported me from whatever I was doing then when I was a baby.
Okay.
So I was, at first it was an inferiority complex. I was trying to fight it of this Muhima chick who is out there not doing anything for themselves. But then I used to have purpose. Okay, I'm no longer a politician. I'm no longer a news anchor.
Yes.
Then what can I do that can make sense and make money out of it and make sense and not be just there taking pictures and being indecent on social media? So
Because you know very well that many young women in Uganda, many young girls, young
Yeah.
ladies,
Yeah.
it's all about social media,
Yeah.
putting stuff out there,
Yeah.
and they're spending so much money.
yeah,
But how is it coming back? How is it making sense? You know.
spending the
No, I
social
mean,
media
like what
thing,
we're talking
yes.
about, a lot
Yeah.
of the Instagram models.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it here.
Yeah.
It's part of our, I think, our culture now as
Literally,
we're
yeah.
changing.
So I was
So it's all
trying
about
so
putting
hard.
out, you know, outfits,
Yes.
which is a lot of pressure and a lot of money.
My
I
dear,
always
been
say
there,
it's a
done
lot
that.
of money.
Been there, done that.
Exactly. But you were working towards.
I was trying to fight for my name. I wanted it to have value. I wanted to inspire any young girl that was there. And even when I was launching my bridal collection in December, in November,
Yes.
I had designed my wedding gown, and 3 of my friends had told me to design their wedding dresses.
Okay.
And to me, that was such a big deal because I remembered where I had come from. So the whole of 2024 was a trying moment for me every day. The reason I was giving thanks to the fashion designers because I have reached out to all of them. To me, they are my teachers, they are my mentors.
Yes.
I didn't want to come in the industry and felt like I am here, you have to know me. No.
Yeah.
Reached out to Sham, Burial, Haz, Trish, all these guys.
Yes.
And wanted to learn what makes them stand out in
Yes.
all what they do. Because fashion has evolved with time. And there are many young fashion designers that are going to come even after us.
Yes.
I wanted to learn from them. That's why I reached
How
out
do
to
you also
them.
build your brand?
And how do I build my brand? I am still building my brand because I'm now changing it from Beleza to now Actress Santina because I was scared of as just being in my shelf, not
Are
being.
you
being
worried
out
of
there.
having your name on
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Worried being on my
I'm
name.
glad you're changing. You should.
Yeah, so I'm now
Yeah.
changing it to Santina. So when I launched my bridal collection, I thanked God, went to Turkey, bought gowns. I worked so hard the whole of last year that it completely changed my life. Like the moment I launched Beleza in December of
Yes.
2023,
Yes.
and the number of people that came to do their outfits, I was like, wait, what? So you just have to start? What?
But I think it's all the work that you put in, it's paying off because you didn't give up.
Crystal,
Even when it was hard.
my dear, like at Boulevard, my space was so small that people would even stand outside. So until my friends were like, why don't you start doing weddings where you do a wedding gown, an entourage? I'm like, no, I can't do that. That's too big for me.
That's
I feel
too
like it's
much.
for maybe next year. Then until I'm like, you know what, Santina, try. My friend gave me her entourage, her wedding gown, and nothing happened. The girls would come for fittings, and now you're not working on one car dress of a wedding guest or like a birthday dress. Now you're actually working on an entourage and a wedding gown. And oh my God, I was like, this is possible? Until when I got money and traveled and now picked gowns and now I did the photo shoot with the Lillians and
Yes.
when I reached out to them, everyone was okay to do with me. I didn't spend any money. When I was willing to collaborate with me, the view same. I was like, what can't God do? And then before I knew it, the Daily Monitor was asking me for an interview. I was like, Kale Santina, imagine you just sat there and didn't do this thing. And I realized I'm so obsessed with it. I had to go to Fatuma's fashion school to just actually start learning the actual job. And then later when we moved Forest Mall here in
Yes.
Lugogo and did the recent launch.
Yes.
It has just been a testimony. I'm born again. So me, I'm not even yet where I want to be,
Yes.
but at least I'm not where I was yesterday.
This is a lot in the last, if
2
we even
years.
say 2-3 years.
2-3 years.
Wow.
You just need to believe in yourself and close your eyes, because the difference between what I usually tell my friends is the difference between me and you. I have decided to make this choice. I have made a choice, and you have
Decided
not.
to make it work.
You have feared because you're scared of criticism.
Yeah.
You're scared of being told, "Oh, this is not a nice dress." What kind of dress is that? Oh, what if I actually did it and tomorrow I did a better dress? Because I'm still doing wrong things up to now. I'm just 1 year and a few months, and I am okay with doing 1,000 mistakes. Matter of fact, I've invested in branding before my launch, and now I want to change it to Santina because now I'm confident enough for
You
my name to
believe
be
in
there.
yourself now.
I'm going to lose money, but who cares?
You'll make more.
I will make more. But imagine you keep on telling yourself, chino nedda, chino nedda, chino nedda.
Yeah.
So I thank God for every little hardship that I've gone through. It has honestly nurtured me up to today, and it's still nurturing because I've just started really. Yeah.
What I also hear is you've had a lot of support.
Yes.
Even though there were
Yes.
moments where like, what are you doing?
Strangers have done an amazing thing on Instagram. I hate social media. I hate posting pictures. I hate being out there.
Yeah.
But it has fed me in a very... People just need to... You believe in yourself, then people believe in you. But they only believe in you when you show that you've actually believed in yourself.
There you go.
Yeah.
You have to put yourself out there.
You just have to
Even
put
if you
yourself out
want
there.
your privacy. You still have to
Yeah.
put yourself
You choose
out
what
there.
to put there. Now I'm grown. I choose
Yeah.
what to post. I
Yeah.
choose not to put my marriage out there. I choose not to... If something is happening inside, I need to post it.
Yes.
It's strictly
You
business.
choose what.
You just choose. But
to
then
share.
you didn't know. Yeah, you choose what to... Yeah, you choose what to put out there, really. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
So what is this beyond the blueprint? She's teasing.
Yeah, I'm
People
teasing.
following.
The
I'm like,
actual
what's
is-
it?
It was not the launch date. Yesterday
Uh-huh.
I put it because when you told me you're going for an interview,
Uh-huh.
so it's when I launched it.
Ah! Okay, I was like, this wasn't here before.
Yeah, I
What is-
know.
So that's something new you
Yeah,
were
it's a
working
baby.
on?
Yeah, I told myself ever since I started something jokingly and it worked out.
Yeah.
2 things actually, and they worked out. I'm going to be a millionaire. That's it. Because I have to create like 1,000 companies, and they all have to work out. So this beyond the blueprint is... I don't know if it's like in its baby stages. It's for strictly entrepreneurs. It's for building their brands, their businesses, young and old.
Yeah.
It's something I'm going to work on, and we will launch it in October. It's something very, very dear to my heart because I have seen myself evolve from this person to now. Not even yet. I feel like I've not even yet accomplished what I want to accomplish.
Yes.
So it's like a masterclass. It's like something I'm working towards to my fellow young entrepreneurs, even old people, really.
Yeah.
That is what it is. I can't really talk much about it. 'cause
Yes,
it's
I
in
know
its
you're just
baby.
starting.
Yeah, I'm just starting. But it's strictly that. Yeah, and I
Oh.
cannot wait because it's something very dear to me. And it's going to work out. What hasn't worked out anyway? Good.
I love
There's
it.
nothing impossible. The thing with God, you try him, he shows off. That's it. That's what he does.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
I
you
think
for
you have-
joining me.
1,000 stories. Oh my God, Crystal. And I
No,
promised myself
those-
not to
that-
say a lot. But
The
then
stories of the hustle. My
Yeah.
God. It's so hilarious.
there were so many. I've just tried to make it very smooth. But it was a very crazy, challenging time. Not hard, but like the fact that in Zena Jete come. So it's a self-conflict. If you had told people to help you, they would.
Yeah.
But you didn't. And I didn't want anyone's assistance. And up to now, I'm still proud of it.
What would you say was probably the toughest time for you? The
Decision
hardest
making.
time? Decision making.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, they say you're one decision away from changing your life. Have you ever heard that saying? Yes. decision making was as simple as it sounds. I had to make a decision to change my life. Be it join fashion design, be it I can quit today and say I'm standing for MPship. That's the decision I've made. What was the hardest was a decision I had to make. To go against whatever anyone had to say from my constituency and follow what I loved and prosper in it and make it make sense for another person younger than me to go through it and flourish in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's that. I know we're supposed to, the hardest point is supposed to be the hard. Yeah, they are there. There were many.
Yeah, there are
But
hurdles
for
along
me,
the way.
the decision making, because it affects me, affects my siblings, it affects my dad, it affects my family, it affects my spouse. That decision had to be favorable for me and for other people that are around me.
Okay.
Whereas I was trying to fight for myself, I still had to care about them. Because I would have chosen.
I mean, because even just like letting go of TV, for
Yes,
example,
yes.
that was, you made the decision.
That's a decision I had to make. Yeah, it was a very hard one because I loved it, but I had to let it go.
Yeah.
I would have chosen to be a nuisance. There's also that.
Yes, I guess so.
You can just wake up and just show up on Instagram naked and, it's all you want people to see, and it's okay because that's a decision you have made for yourself. But then you wake up and be like, today I'm going to wake up and run this business, and it has to make sense. Today, I was in the village with my dad, and I couldn't believe we're talking about business.
With your dad?
Me and him, right opposite me. I'm like, days, time. Everything just needs time.
That means you're not just his little girl now.
I could not believe just make dresses, how much you earn from it. Do you afford rent at First Mall? Do you think we're going to come and you make me pay for it? I'm like, on which deal?
Well, he's still a dad.
So we're talking about taxes. I'm like, time. Those days, I'm telling my dad, I made Natasha's dress, and she'll be like, don't take that picture on the machine, okay? Take the picture with Natasha, but don't take a picture next to the machine. My friends can't know you're a tailor.
That was a beautiful dress you made for her, by the way.
There's a dress I made for her.
Yes.
This time, he tells me, when are you finishing fashion school? I'm like, time. All you need is time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And prove yourself.
Just work on yourself. The rest will find you along the way.
So I have a feeling this is going to be another big year for you. Major steps this year.
Yeah, because I'm launching 2 things. One is a ready-to-wear, a bridal and couture, then this baby.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to do them when I'm still young. I'm 26. I want to do them when I'm still young so that I can do all the mistakes if necessary. Do all the mistakes, and then by 30 I'm on a strong foundation. Yes. I'm a very good business person. I can verbally talk about business.
Yeah.
So
it's not that it's fashion and design now.
No.
You are a businesswoman, an entrepreneur.
Yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I am a speaker because I do public speaking. I want to inspire as so many people as possible. That's why some schools will call me to talk, and I love it because I know where I've come from. Yeah, and it inspires me myself to just keep on going. So yeah, I want to use that beyond the blueprint as my speaking point.
Okay.
Yes, as that baby where you hold on to. If they call you to speak here or this, that is what it is. I didn't want to be just a fashion designer. No.
Look at you.
Whereas I applaud everyone who is there.
Yes.
I find myself different. Yes.
Yeah, because you see, like you said, you're not just one thing. You can do many different things.
No, you can do so many things, Crystal.
Yeah.
People limit themselves.
Yeah.
Me, I can do 1,000 things. Like I can wake up and build Sheraton. I don't care what it takes.
If you decide.
Yes, if I decide. My husband always, when I was launching Beyond the Blueprint because I was launching it next month, he said, but Santina, what aren't you going to do? Why don't you leave other people to do certain other things?
Does he know he should be ready for the ride?
No,
I told
him I don't think you're ready, honey. No, I don't think. Until I'm on like Oprah and I'm talking about work, you are very unstoppable.
Yes.
Today I made it Crystal anyway. I'm so funny. But yeah, that's it. Honest, you're very unstoppable. It's your mind that tells you to stop or to just continue.
True.
The difference is for you, you've chosen to shy away. I have chosen to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And the more you think about it, the more you work on it.
And what you said, sometimes you just have to start.
Start.
That's
my
where
mantra.
people get stuck. You have to just start.
That's it. Start with one
And
glass.
if it doesn't work, it's all right also.
It's very
Maybe
okay.
it's you're going to learn for the next thing.
Absolutely. It's okay to start. And where we are heading, there are no jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are seeing more businesses being created. Like all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But imagine the very less confident people who are very shy to start.
Yeah.
You understand? So Bambi start. Bambi start. Because you don't know where your next client is. Me, when I saw the Blue Threes telling me I'm going to do their dresses for their concert, I was like, me? I told Sham, me? No, I can't do it. Sham is like, Santina, you're going to do it? I'm like, me?
Dress
I haven't
Blue
reached
3
there.
at their concert?
No, I have not yet qualified there. I know I'm the confident person, but I'm not yet qualified there.
But you did it.
And I did it. And they love the dresses. And we gave God the glory.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to try. Try, fail, try. We have had so many more motivational speakers, but what they're saying is always true. Just hasn't applied in so many people's lives. Yeah. Until it's on you, then you're like, you're actually saying the truth.
It all makes sense.
It actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this was so nice. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
You have a beautiful energy about you. I
Kavozi.
really enjoyed this.
The Kavozi. Did you enjoy?
Yes.
Next time I'll
Very
also
much
be
so.
interviewing you, be there.
Hey. Look at her planting the seed now. I see you.
I planted the
I
seed.
see you.
Saying planting of the seed. Last year, my space became so small. And I told my husband that I'm going to Forest Mall. My business is new.
Yes.
So, of course, it can't afford rent at Forest Mall.
Yes.
I went to Forest Mall and told the owner, I need space. And the first space she gave me was $2,000. I told her I'm coming back.
Like, let me go back to the drawing board.
I looked very serious. I looked like I knew what I was saying. But then she asked me, how old are you? I'm like 25. She's like, okay, I'll be waiting for your call.
But
in actual sense, I was lying. I wasn't going to call her back. I was mesmerized.
Yes.
But I don't lose anything by asking, really.
True.
And
that's the most important thing. Most people be like, I can't even.
Yeah, and I didn't know I was planting a seed, honestly. It's miraculously 7 months or 6 months later, we got Forest Mall and we get a smaller space, less money, and we can actually go there. I was like, yeah, what can't God do? Honestly, what can't God do? My miraculous place. Yeah, my wonder. My testimony, really.
I love it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And people should not be ready for me. People should be ready for me because
there's a lot
there
more
is
coming.
a lot more. There's force here. I don't think they're ready.
Blessings
like this
indeed. Thank you so much.
The kind
for
of
coming.
delulu I have. So crazy.
No,
Anyway.
it's what's pushed you.
Right? Yeah, just have me delulu.
We'll
Crazy.
be watching.
Yes.
I will continue watching.
You
She was
continue.
watching.
You are really watching, and I'm impressed.